This is an AMI This Week shortcut.
I'm Grant Hardy for Accessible Media. As someone with no vision, there are lots of ways for me to read and sort through my recipes, my computer, my phone, or even a good old-fashioned Braille page. But all of these methods have the same huge disadvantage. I have to touch them whenever I want to consult the next step in the recipe. Now that generally means much hand washing to make sure that my devices don't get grimy. Yes Chef is an accessible recipe app that you can use to get cooking and baking instructions just by talking. No memorizing and completely hands-free. Yes Chef runs on your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch and requires an internet connection to work. It's free and has over 150,000 recipes in the catalog. Open Yes Chef.
Welcome to Yes Chef.
As soon as you launch the app, the voice assistant kicks right in, inviting you to search or browse through the recipe catalog by popularity. You can use your voice right from the get-go with the keyword chef. All this talk of food is making me hungry. So I'm gonna put on an apron and put Yes Chef through its paces by whipping up some breaded pork cutlet. When you've chosen the dish you want to prepare, you can have Yes Chef read the list of ingredients or the whole recipe. And when you're ready to go, just say, "Chef, let's get started." You'll hear each step. When you've completed it, say, "Chef, what's the next step?"
1. Browning Panko crumbs. Dip meat in egg and hold over bowl to let dripping finish. Make sure meat is well covered with crumbs. Add meat and fry one side till brown, about 2 to 3 minutes or so. When meat is done, place on paper towels to drain excess oil.
You can also ask questions like, "Chef, what should I set the oven temperature to get intelligent answers?" Since Yes Chef uses the microphone, you can't listen to music or an audiobook while cooking. I've also noticed that sometimes it thinks I'm talking to it when I say a word that sounds too much like chef. You know, one other thing you can't do is add your own recipes to the database, which would be great for folks like me who have, a little bit more of a curated palate, which is a fancy way of saying I'm a fussy eater. Speaking of eating, I think it's time to dig in. At the end of the day, I think Yes Chef is a really useful app for rookies and seasoned cooks alike. It's time to dig in. Not bad. Now, who's gonna join me for dinner? In Vancouver, I'm Grant Hardy for Accessible Media.